Hello and welcome back, and today we're doing the next part in our IO Safe damage test video series. Today we're continuing looking at the Solo Hawk external rugged SSD. In my previous two videos we took this drive and froze it for a week in ice. We submerged it in water, then took that bowl of water, stuck it in a freezer and left it for a solid week. Then we took this drive, threw it off an exceptional height to the ground, smashing the ice and no doubt causing shock damage, and then testing it to see if the data inside survived, and it did, hence why we're on the next part. So, what are we doing today? Well, as alluded to in my previous video, we're going to take the Solo Hawk drive and, fresh off the back of the icing, it was about an hour ago, we are going to drive over this several times. I believe we're going to be using a Mini, so we're going to be driving over and over on top of this drive to see if it will damage the data inside. So, first and foremost, let's see and double check that there's data still on this disk. So, just like before, we're going to connect this drive from a USB-A to a USB-C port on the drive. It's going to appear here on screen. Well, it should do at least. There it is. And we've appeared down. Hopefully this is now minimized so you can see what's happening on screen. I'm doing right now. Then we're going to go into the drive, and as we can see, there is our 1.11 gig cat streaming live test video. So if we double click that file, we can see that file in action, and this is the 15-minute cat video that I used for my live streams last year. Right now it is having a bit of bother because I'm using the screen recording software OBS, but we'll skate past that and we can see that there's our cat video. We can skip forward using VLC and we can see lots of pictures of cats just generally mucking around in lots of different things. So we've got that file on the Solo Rugged Hawk SSD, and just to make things a little better, we're going to copy this file and make a few duplicates of the file. We're just going to create a few of them. Maybe we're going to make 5 copies of this file. Copy that on there. We're just going to make a bunch of copies, all to exactly the same directory, all of which will hopefully either go straight onto the disk, and you can see the read and write speed because I'm committing all of these actions right now locally. All of these different copies of this file are now all going to be moved onto this disk. Now, do bear in mind that because I'm using my own Windows platform to create these copies, there isn't going to be the natural speeds that you would have transferring files to and from the disk. And also bear in mind, these are quite large individual video files, which, subject to their own compression, will always kind of nerf your read and write speeds overall. And as these files have been created, and I'm rabbiting around here to you guys on camera, what I'm going to do when the job's complete, which it literally just completed as I said it, what are the odds? About 1 in 6. Now that's completed, what I'm going to do is disconnect this drive and make my way outside so we can start the car driving segment of today's video to see if this drive can survive being repeatedly driven over by a car. Let's make our way downstairs. Right, so here we are outside. We've got our rugged IO Safe drive and it's got 6 copies of that media file. The wind is a little bit up here, so I do apologise for any noise. But I think what we should do now is see if this is going to stand up well against this Mini. Let's pop that drive down, as you can see there. Double check everything's in shot, and if you'd like to do the honours, Pay one. And hopefully Pay won't hit me as he drives over that drive and box up. And if you stop there, Pay, we can have a look. So the real question here is, was 1 enough? Because really, you might drive over it twice. You might even pop over it 2 or 3 times. So what our next question is going to be is, what about if we drove over it a second time? Careful, lads. All right, Pay, I think we've not made our point yet. So we drive over it again. So right now, those cats are probably feeling a little bit cramped inside that hard drive. I think we owe it to them to see this through to the end. So Pay, if you'd like to give us a third one. And he's given it a little bit more welly that time. There's no avoiding it. We are definitely, so I think I heard something there. And I think maybe we're going to call it a day there, because I think any more would just be cruel. Let's have a quick look. We're good. Now we're going to make our way upstairs and find out if this drive has survived this rather punishing thing. Pay, you might want to back up, mate. Just care. We're just going to let Pay park and make our way all the way. Well, there you go. 4 times we're going to run over that drive. But otherwise, I'll see you guys upstairs to see if our videos have survived. Right, so we're back in the studio and we drove We went over this drive several times with a Mini, and at the moment there doesn't seem to be a huge amount of damage. You can definitely see around the edge of the drive where the kind of rough road kind of made chips in the external chassis of this device, but apart from that, it does look fairly solid. So what we're going to do, just like before, is we're going to make our way onto the screen here. I've got screen recording software. Hopefully we should be onto that right now. And let's get this connected once again, USB-A to USB-C, and we're going to get that connected, and we're going to get that plugged into our USB-C enabled drive. So right now that should still be being notified. We should see that same QNAP pop up just like before, and if we come out of that, we can see that the drive is still seemingly functioning. We don't know what the long-term damage is going to be on this drive, and again, we are going to be doing all of these tests over the next few weeks, all on the same drive. But if we go through these videos, let's go for a different stream this time. Let's go for copy 5, and we're going to open that file up there, minimize it there. We've got the same pixelization we've always had from this file. We go there, we move along, and we can make our way a little bit further along and see that the file is still working absolutely fine. We're going there, we're scrolling forward. Remember, this is a 1 gig video file, and I am still, of course, using screen recording software as well, so you have to factor that in. But for me, it's seemingly passed our drive over test. The next series of tests we're going to do, I'm going to hold my cards against my chest a little bit here, but it does involve heat. But it won't be a barbecue test like before. It'll be something a little bit different. Now, it is worth highlighting, just like I mentioned on the follow-up to the freezer video, that the tests we perform in these videos on this drive should not be attempted by you guys out there. And we are exceeding the things that IOSafe say this drive can withstand. We are going to be doing more tests with this drive, and if you are interested in getting hold of one of these bad boys, then do go to the comments. There's some link there to span.com, and of course links to more information at IOSafe and their drive. Thank you so much for watching it and letting me absolutely trash the thing. But click like if you've enjoyed this video, click subscribe to learn more, and stay tuned for the next part of my drive destruction series of videos. I'll see you next time.